Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Next, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. I'd also like to give double honors to the elder high priestmen that taught them. Peace, blessings, and salutation unto all the Akim that's pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth with all sincerity and in truth, as well as to those that's presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. This is the brother Yaradan from the Great Millstone Austin Camp. Just coming back at you with another video. And just wanted to go into, being thankful for this truth. Because, the Lord could have had us, out here with the rest of these 2/3 of these other heathens living like heathens. And just going based off of the, spiritual conversation that I had this weekend with some brothers, and we should be thankful, that Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai pulled us out of, that dead-like state of mind and brought us into this, this marvelous light. So, Lord willing, I pray that this video is edifying. Starting this Deuteronomy 7:6, it says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power." And the only nation that was made holy, or holy goes into being separate and set apart. And the only nation that was, separate and set apart from the other nations was the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We was made separate through the law, statutes, and the commandments that was, given unto us. Going into Psalms 147:19 and 20. Again, this is Deuteronomy 7:6. "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." And that's why you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans should constantly be giving, our praises, honor, and glory unto, the Heavenly Father, which true name is Yahweh, who the Word ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the Word ignorantly calls Jesus, because we're a special people unto Him above all the other people that you see walking around. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans with the apple of the Lord's eye. Well, it's no special people unto Him. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of Him who hath called you out of darkness into His marvelous light." And that's why anytime we wake up, go to sleep, and throughout the day, we always giving thanks to the Heavenly Father, and just, giving praises to Him. Why? Because, again, He had called us out of, that darkness, out of that dead-like state, being in the congregation of the dead, being without the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. And He had called us into, His marvelous light, which is by way of, Yahweh Shai, through His sacrifice, because He was the only one that was able to loosen the seals thereof, which is how we're able to have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. That's why, it's a very important thing to always give reverence unto Yahweh Shai. Again, He saves, He delivers, who the Word ignorantly calls Jesus, because without His sacrifice, it would have been, just like the rest of these 2/3 right here, just running around doing our own thing. It says, "Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High, which have not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy." See, He says in time past were not a people, but are now the people of the Most High, and it's being made known who the true, children of the Most High, of the Heavenly Father is, because He has His men out there on the highways and byways, preaching this gospel, standing up in great boldness for the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, making our bodies a living sacrifice. We have now obtained mercy. Again, which is through Yahweh Shai. This is John chapter 15 verse 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. And again, that's just another thing to be thankful for, that, the Lord hasn't, that he has called us out of the world. Because those who remaineth in the world, following after the ways of the heathen, following after the ways of this society, this system that's in place, hey, it's just going to, lead you to none but death and destruction. But those that he has called out, hey, we have a fighting chance to be part of the hopeful elect, the 144,000, to make it up out of this, out of the death and destruction, out of that, indignation that the Lord is about to bring upon the whole, face of the earth. This is Hebrews 12 and 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and scourging every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons? So hey, like they say, if it's tight, then it's right. So if the Lord is dealing with you, putting you through hardship, through trials and tribulation, afflictions, then he's dealing with you. But if you just going about your day-to-day life, ain't nothing really happening to you, thinking life's good, then ultimately the Heavenly Father is not truly dealing with you. It says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? So if we gave reverence unto our earthly fathers, how much more to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, the Father of spirits, the one that can kill both your flesh and soul. It says, for they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening from the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, after it yielded the peaceful fruit of righteousness unto them which are exceedingly thereby. Let me grab this in the GNT real quick. This is Hebrews. So like it. It's not loading up. But, ultimately just wanted to go into how, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans should be thankful, for this truth, especially if the Lord has, called you, from out of the darkness and brought you into this light. If he gave you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures, he gave you the eyes to see and the ears to hear. So with that, Lord willing, I pray that this video is edifying. Before I go, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Next, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. I'd also like to give double honors to the elder high priest men that taught them. Peace, blessings, and salutation unto all the icon that's pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth with all sincerity and in truth. Shalom.